Once the door is locked, I need you to really make sure you get that seat properly adjusted. And you want to be able to frame the rear window in the mirror. So I'm adjusting the center mirror. So when I'm driving, I could look up and see everything behind me out of my back window. To the left or the driver's side, you want to adjust the mirror. So when you're driving, you can see everything behind you. You want to see a little bit of the door handle on the bottom part of your mirror. Your passenger side, I'm going to bring that mirror in a little bit. I want to see everything toward my back door, and I want it ground level. So now your mirrors are adjusted, and you can see everything in the middle, to your left, and to the right. We're in North America, so our steering wheel is on the left. We'll have a white line or edge line on the right. The yellow warning line is on the left. You're going to be driving through a school, residential, mixed purpose area. We'll have some roundabouts. We'll have some really nice turns, and then we get you into some main traffic. If you have questions, go ahead and put those in. I don't know if I told you I am a state certified driving instructor, so if you have questions, go ahead and put those in. Always drive with your eyes. You'll see me looking and checking traffic. Always looking, always checking. We go down to the bottom of the driveway. We're going to roll out, and we're making a left turn. It's 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm in the Midwest, so we still have some daylight. The first tip I want to give you, go slow into your roundabouts and yield. Check traffic. The first car here is the first car to go. If cars are in the roundabout, I yield, and then I proceed and go all the way around. Hey friend, how are you? We're doing a great tutorial on driving tips to make you feel comfortable and have you succeed. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm glad you're here. How was your day? I've drove 8 adults today, and I'm giving you that Sunday night reflection piece talking about driving. On the road, we have a double yellow, so you can't pass. And I think I'm going to stay on the main thoroughfare today. I could take another road that's very curvy, but I think it would be boring to you guys, so I'm going to get you in more traffic, teach you some things. But this is a good area to take beginners. But although it's very curvy, and I've seen a lot of adults literally go off the road to the right or left, and I'm going to show you something. This car behind me is tailgating me. You might be able to see it in the mirror. They're just riding me. I'm right at almost 50. The speed limit is 45. So I don't want to put myself in jeopardy because of another driver. So I'm just going to go slow. And I'm lifting my foot around a curve. Then I'm going to squeeze my brake. Literally, when I'm squeezing my brake, I'm controlling this car behind me. Either this is a young driver behind me or an older driver. They're just really close to me. And I don't complain, but it is a point of concern. Hey, if this is bringing you value, I want you to enjoy this. I want you to ask questions. After my day of driving adults, I try to go live, give you a reflection piece. A lot of students parallel park today. A lot of students backed in driveways. We had a group of students merge on the expressway. So we did a variety of things to really get those young adults out ready to drive. These curves are very treacherous because people go crazy fast. And these curves are so sharp, you'll literally slide off the road and hit a tree or hit a guardrail. So we're trying to go in about 45 and just stay really smooth. I'm driving an Impala SS, so it's got a little bit more horsepower and torque. Then I'm gonna get over one lane and I'm gonna squeeze my brakes. This is a double right turn, so I'm going to be in the outside turn lane, and I'm going to stop at the stop line. Now, I want to move up because I want to make a right turn. They're in the inside right lane, I'm in the outside. It's clear, I'm going to get all the way over to the left. You'll hear the motor pick up. This thing's got some power. Okay, and I got to squeeze my brake, and I'm going to get in the inside lane. Looks like they had an accident. See their car? They had an accident. Wow. And I'm going to wait. I'm in the inside lane, and I'm going to stay in the inside lane. And I turn out. I'm not really pressing the gas hard, and this thing goes fast. So I want to lift my foot a little bit. Some cars have a very touchy gas pedal. This does. We're right at 50. I barely hit the gas, and this thing was flying. And we want to maintain about 50. Look ahead. Be ready for deer. People coming out, because this time of evening, you have deer. People are losing vision. It's called visual acuity. This could be a stale green light, but I'm going to maintain speed. You notice we don't tailgate. If there's some things I want you to learn, you can learn a lot tonight. Try not to tailgate. We're right about at 50. We're taking our time. We are behind the wolf pack. All those cars are tailgating. And I'm slowing down because everyone else is slowing down. I want to know what's going on. And let's make a lane change to the right. Right is up. We're going to get over. And I'm going to show you. And then I kill my blinker. So, good speed control. We're about at 50. My hands are about at 7 and 5. I have my hands a little bit lower. At the end of the day, it depends on what country you're in, what state you're in, what is the governing body that sets up the rules for driving. AAA says 7 and 5. The National Highway Safety Transportation says 8 and 4. You want to drive and have your hands on the wheel that is comfortable for you. We know there are airbags here. 10 and 2, 9 and 3, 7 and 5. What is comfortable for you? You're going to learn from me. You're going to learn from your parent. And you saw that car dip over really quick, so I just had to be prepared to squeeze. A lot of people get lazy on long stretches of road, and they don't want to slow, like this car drifting back over. And I'm looking ahead. Some of these are stale green lights, and that means they can turn at any time. I see the black car pulling out. I'm just taking my time. I'm scanning the intersection left, middle, and right. And then there's a blinker. He cut over 2 lanes behind me, and I'm going to squeeze my brake. And I'm using the ball of my foot. And you'll see the car gradually slowing down. And you want to stay behind the stop line. If you're close to passing and you have too many errors, you will fail. You have to really convince, let me flip it around. You have to really convince the road tester that you have control of the car. If you're making small errors, under speed, over speed, over the stop line, you're going to fail. There's an abandoned mall to the right, so a lot of people are in there, pop-up shops, so we want to be really mindful and careful. Eye movement is extremely important. Have to pay attention. A little bit longer to learn how to drive. The thing is, under 21, your brain fully develops around 24. So if you're under 24, let's say between 21 and 24, you may think and act like an adult, but you still have that late teenager mind. Like you've seen people who are in their early 20s who act like a kid or a teenager. You're like, why don't you grow up? So this is true. A lot of adults, young adults, 21, 22, 23, 24, act very immature, and this could cause them to have accidents. So what we want to do is not be behind this vehicle too closely. And then at the next light, we will make a right turn. So this lane is for dedicated right turns only. They're going to go in the inside right turn lane. They're going to go in the outside. I'm in the inside. And then I turn and I go in the first lane. And that's this. Then I'm going to get over one lane to the left. And these lights are set on timers. I've had clients drive all 25 of these lights without them turning red. But we're in the evening and the timers are different. They allow the side streets or the side roads to proceed. These lights are anywhere from red to about 27 to 35 seconds. I'm barely pressing the gas and this thing is powerful. So I want to lift my foot a little bit and just take my time. Yeah, my day's been pretty good. Just teaching a lot of adults and teens how to drive, merge on the freeway. Yes, the speed control is pretty good. We're at about 50. And if I can maintain this speed, we'll make most lights. That's correct. No, I'm not using cruise control. It's a little too much traffic for that. But if we were on the interstate, I could set the cruise control like 70, and it will lock in 70 miles an hour. That's right. And just because you're on cruise control, you still have to actively watch, or self-driving, or you always have to watch. There are deer over here. There are cars that will pull out in front of traffic. And I do think we take vision for granted. A lot of people are losing vision earlier and earlier in life, and you just don't see a lot of people driving in the evening like this truck. They just randomly got over. And you're going to see a Jeep to my right that's going to fly past me in a moment. So we're at about 50. They're at about 60. Then I'm going to lift my foot and I'm going to make a lane change. And you see we can't see as much, right? Because that's a taller vehicle. It has rollover potential. And there's a pack of cars to the left. So we're in the middle lane. And if you were driving with me, I would say, let's stay in the middle lane. Let's stay smooth. Let's pay attention. Let's take our time. And looking ahead, that Jeep is tailgating. So I'm just going to lift my foot and keep space. So they don't want to slow down. You see how they're changing lanes? They want to keep their same speed. And that white 1500 Ram, they're changing lanes too. So now these two drivers hate going slow. Got to analyze traffic. I'm just going to take my time. Yeah, we'll take this straight all the way down to a roundabout, and then we'll get on the interstate. And you see the Impala, they don't want to stop, so I'm going to get over one lane to the right so we can see around this Ford Super Duty 350. So I would tell you, let's stay open, let's stay in open space. Don't be an erratic lane changer. If you're going to change lanes a lot, you're going to end up getting into an accident because people don't check blind spots. We're at about 45, and you can see cars just cutting off. So you need to be able, driving is a multi-attention task. You got to do more than one thing at a time. We're keeping our speed, we're focusing on good lane positioning, and we're looking ahead. If this world were mine, I can't get that out of my mind. So I'm just taking my time. And I'm just trying to scan and be smooth. And you don't need that much throttle, so you need to lift your foot. I'm barely on the gas because this Impala has so much torque and power. If I hit the gas, we'll be like at 60. Good, I'm squeezing my brakes. Good. It's good speed control. The wind is definitely blowing the car a little bit to the left. I'm trying to keep it as straight as possible. It's going to go in slow and easy. Good. And I'm going to get over one lane to the left. I'm going to slide over. Good. I feel more comfortable in the middle lane so you can see traffic left, middle, right. That's another tip I will give you. I'm trying to be very smooth. We still have a very long way to go, and while I have you here, I want to remind you that we partnered with Standstore. Standstore, they work with content creators, channels, social media, and they allowed us to put together some digital PDF products. One is on how to pass your road test. Another one is how to pass your knowledge test. They recommend 3 to 5. We only have 2 products, and that's my fault because I haven't had a chance to update more products. So I do want to apologize. I know a lot of you have been asking. And then next, the way the Standstore is set up, you can set up for a virtual call with me. You will sign up for a time slot. You'll get a Zoom link. I'll get a Zoom link. I won't have your number. You won't have mine. And then we can prepare you for what you need for your test. Learning how to drive, recommendations, suggestions. So I think that's very powerful. And that hopefully should bring value to all of you, especially me, because I want to make sure I'm in reach with the community. So we're at about 50. The speed is good. We're about a half a tank. We're about 1,100 RPMs. Temperature's normal. And most people are driving at the speed limit, which is great. Yes, the middle lane is the safest. then eventually we will have to get over one lane to the left, but we want to get through the intersection first. Left is down, we're going to get over. Good. And then you readjust your speed, don't tailgate. This lane is for left turns, and we want to go in slow to the curve. A lot of beginners go too fast, and literally we will miss the turn. So I want to go in slow. As you can see, it's a sharp turn, and then we're going to go across. Now, motorized vehicles only 125 cc or more, so no dirt bikes on here. And then you're going to see us gradually accelerating up. And then we can't merge out until the line is broken. We're about 60. And this Impala shifted to high gear. We're going to get out. And I want to get over one more lane because I want to stay away from this semi-truck. The semi-truck has 4 blind spots: left side, right side, front, and back. So we don't want to hang around. If we have to pass them, we pass on the left. See those lights. I'm going to get back over one lane to the right. You'll see those lights. Yeah, they're really bright. And I'm trying to hold the wheel very easily. My hand's a little bit lower, about 7 and 5, because I have very long arms, and 10 and 2 and 9 and 3 will be really tight for me. I'm trying to maintain good control. Speed control is awesome. Now we're going to get up at this exit, so you want to be mindful when you have to slow down. The lights aren't the brightest. It's an older vehicle. So we're lifting our foot now. And going up the curve, we will stay to the left. So it's a really long ramp. And we got a warning sign of a traffic light ahead. We want to squeeze our brakes. We're going to be all the way in the left lane. And we're going really slow. Good. And yes, my heart is pounding. It's kind of fast. We just want to go in slow. I'm going to turn by the yellow. That was a pretty good turn. So I was in the inside lane by the double yellow. That's what you're supposed to do. Now we're velocitasters. We were traveling about 70 or 75. Now the speed limit here is 45 or 50. So we got to go slower. Yep, it's 45. So foot's off the gas. We're scanning. There's Burger King, Arby's, Lowe's, Starbucks. We're already through the yellow. We never slam. White Castle Fart Burgers, Panda, Applebee's. So you get it. There are a lot of fast and savvy sliders, Chipotle. I can barely say that right. So you got to be really careful here. And then we're going to stop behind the stop line. So this is a double left turn. We'll be in the outside lane. When we turn, we'll be all the way to the right. How are you doing tonight? We are talking about tips and best practices for driving. Myles, I'm a state certified driving instructor. I'm here to help you grow, help you develop. We've driven about 11 adults today. And we'll be making a protected left turn. We're going to go up, and then I'm actually looking to the right, and there it is. And now I'm going to turn on my right turn signal because I do not want to be rear-ended by this truck. I'm going to go up really slow and then angle, because people drive really fast here. And this is a blind corner, so you got to really be careful. Okay, I'm picking up an order. Do you guys want anything? You want some onion rings? You want a coney dog? Want some hot chocolate? Chili fries? Let me know what you want.
For choosing Gus's, what can I get for you today?
Hi, I got a carry-out for either Myles. For Myles?
Okay, you can pull forward, please.
Thank you. All right, so we're gonna come around, and I gotta turn the wheel. A lot of people, believe it or not, do not know how to drive through a drive-through. So I gotta line the car up, and then I'm gonna turn out and show you. I've never had a client hit that yellow pole, but we've come close and almost broke the mirror off. Two large strawberry shakes, and I got you. Okay, I got you. What up?
$37.90.
How much?
$37.90.
Here you go, brother. How you doing?
Good.
So I got you. If you were here, I would buy it for you. Do you have a Gus's or a National Calling Island in your location? They're kind of across the country. Turn on this light. Thank you, brother. I got it. Ooh. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. All right, so hold on 1 second. You always put your debit card up. Okay, we're good. Everything is here. Okay, then I gotta pull out, and I want to show you this door. A person got ran over running out of this door, so you got to be careful. Okay, so we're losing a lot of light, and it's going to be hard to see. So now it's a night driving vibe. Okay, so I'm gonna come down, and I'm gonna go right in the first lane. Keep your turn short, and accelerate through your turn. So I would say, if you have trouble seeing, you shouldn't be out driving at night. Vision is very important. And that is a ambulance up there. So we always want to give them about 500 feet to operate. So we're going to get over and stay away from the first responders. That's the next thing I would give you. And it takes a few minutes for your eyes to adjust. We're definitely losing light. And you want to use the reflections, the headlights, pavement marking signs to help you. Yes, we've driven to Houston, Texas, Des Moines, Iowa, Los Angeles, California, Toronto, and Buffalo, New York. Okay, I'm going to get over one lane. Okay. Now I can see more. Then I'm going to get over one lane to the left. I'm trying to make really smooth, easy lane changes. I saw a message, I wasn't sure what was popping up. But can you guys see okay? If you can see pretty good, please put yes in. Put a Y for yes or yes. Okay, at this light, we're going to make a left turn, so I'm going to get in the left turn lane. It's a little hard to see, but you'll see when I merge in, and I'm going to squeeze my brakes. And then I'm going to go in real easy. And this is the correct lane I should be in. And then we're going to do another expressway merge to show you what you need to do and show you the differences. So we're at 50. The speed limit here is 50. It's a little hard to see. So they're going really slow. The speed limit is 50. They're just slowing down. So at this light, I need to make a left turn. So you can see where people are starting to drive really slow. 10 under. Got to yield for traffic. Then I'm going to make my turn. This is a clover leaf, not like the leaf, but it's a curved drive, and the Chevron alignment signs are on the left. So this tells us we need to go very carefully round to the right. Over our shoulder, I'm going to show you that's like. Look over my shoulder, and then I'm good. So I'm at about 70, they're at about 80. It's not that serious. So I'm going to show you how little light you have. Now, I got them at a Ray-Ban so you can see light. I'm not traditionally an eyeglass wearer, but I do like them at a Ray-Bans and you can make content. Hey Meta, what time is it? 8:04. Hey Meta, what is the temperature? $30, 34. So we want to go in slow and really easy. And then now we have the clover leaf going, the road is going to the left, so the Chevron alignment signs are on the right. So you need to know, I'm going to show you this. See the chevron alignment signs? So you have to know to help you. Now this truck, oh, it's getting ready to make a right turn. We do not want to get stuck between there. All right. That truck kind of threw me off for a second. I do drive up to 12 o'clock midnight if I have to, but it's not that serious anymore. If I was really trying to make big bank, I would do that. But you get tired, the adults get tired, and then now we're just driving around 10:30, 10:45, 11 o'clock. You get what I'm saying? And it sucks. But if I have to do it, I will. Sorry, I'm raising my voice. There's a semi truck behind me, beside me. And we're just scanning. You should see 2 sets of lights, green lights. Then we're going to get in real easy, squeeze our brakes, and go in slow. And I want to go in the first lane. Keep it short. It's a pretty good turn. But you can tell it's getting harder to see. And traditionally, a lot of adults panic when it gets dark like this. And a lot of teens they're just so overwhelmed. So I try not to drive adults and teens after like 8 o'clock. So this is probably us just preparing them to drive home. Squeeze my brakes. Hey, how are you? I'm a state certified driving instructor. My name is Myles, and we're doing a driving tutorial to help adults navigate the road to getting their license and driving successfully without driving anxiety. Thank you for the thumbs up. And then we need to make a right turn at the light. Hey, if this is bringing you value, we need to try to get 10 thumbs up. We want to push this out to adults who want to learn how to drive. I'll answer your questions as soon as we get to the petrol station. And we really want to push this out. I want to bring you value. And we've done merges, we've done roundabouts, we've done expressways. We've talked about the stand store, so I'm going to give you guys some good information to help prepare you. If you're driving on a long trip like this, you need to, rest, be mindful, because you can fall asleep. And then that's not healthy because you'll lose control of your car and crash. Okay, here's our turn. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's talk about this. First of all, I want to say thank you. Let's go through some of the topics we covered tonight. Mastering driving with Myles. Confidence starts here. I think it's important that you set a goal. If you want to learn how to drive, it's going to take time. And you need to make time for yourself. Typically, after about 22 or 23, you've timed out of traditional driver's education programs. Across the United States, some places you had to be 16, some 17. New York, I think you have a junior license until you're 18. In Canada, they have the G1, the G2. I'm not real familiar with that, but I have driven some students who have been from Canada. Next, your roadway fearless driving begins now. I'm trying to show you best practices. Have good speed control. Leave space. Use your blinker. Next, driving hacks only Myles can teach. I'm trying to teach you to be a defensive driver. My background, I've been teaching driving about 24 years. I drive adults, I drive teens, I do road test prep. Next, pass your test faster with Myles' tips. Having good control, try not to run lights, use your blinker, aim high, and prepare for situations to help you learn how to drive. Next, from nervousness to confidence, driving with Myles. I think in the beginning, we all are nervous because you don't understand what's going on. You don't know what speed control is. You're not sure about what happens if a yellow light changes and do I go through? Do I stop? If you can stop safely in 3 seconds, 1001, 1002, 1003, you should stop lightly. You never slam brakes. Unlock driving secrets with Myles today. I think having a good coach. Having a good coach with you who's going to talk to you, who's going to explain to you. I want to read some of these comments. Your videos help me a lot. Thanks. You're welcome. I'm glad to help you. Please subscribe. Please give it a thumbs up. Please look at all the videos. Unlock driving secrets today. The secret is you need to take time for yourself. You need to put you first. If you don't put you first, you're putting your boyfriend first. You're putting your girlfriend first. You're putting your family first. You won't ever learn how to drive. There's a woman that I work with. She is 37. She doesn't have her license. I told her I would help her. I would help her reach her goal. And her goal is to get her license. But she has to get something called her TIP. That's her temporary instruction permit. Then we can teach her how to drive. Next, drive like a pro with Myles. The pro experience I have is through the years being a defensive driver, keeping space, not running lights, using your blinker, looking left, middle, right. Beating driving anxiety with Myles, proven tips. Believe in yourself. You have to do this for you. You can't do it for your family. It's got to be for you because you're going to be the one in the car with an instructor who's going to help you and support you and coach you. Myles reveals road test hacks for beginners. Make sure you have clean windows. Clean your headlights. Wear comfortable thin sole shoes. Don't wear hard Nikes. Converse are pretty good. I'm not sponsored, but Converse, if you're listening, Converse are good shoes. Wear a shoe that is comfortable and thin so you can feel the gas in the brake. Drive smarter, not harder with Myles' advice. Don't drive during rush hour. You're going to be overwhelmed. It's going to scare you. And if you drive overwhelmed, you won't feel comfortable. Take your time. TIME. Next, conquer driving fears with Myles. Expert guidance. Have good speed control. I have driving lessons tomorrow. Number 2, good for you. Look at this video. Ask questions right now because I'm going over everything we talked about today. I'm giving you real life examples and this would help you. Myles' top driving tips for new drivers. Have good speed control. Have the temperature set in the middle. I like it kind of cool, not too warm, not too hot, in the middle because you're going to naturally generate some heat. Clean your windshield. Make sure that you have used the bathroom. Your bladder will be flexing back and forth because you're going to be nervous. So make sure you get rest at night. I've been watching your videos sometimes. Sober enough to fast, to control, pedal. Yeah, let me get that again. I wanted to look at that. I want to see what you said. So hold on. I've been watching your videos sometimes. I subbed too many things, foot controls, pedals, red lights. You know what? Drive at a smooth speed. If the speed limit is 50, drive about 45. If it's 70, drive about 65. If it's 35, drive about 30. The car jumps into a race. So it does oomph. So I know this car does this too. So a lot of beginners hit the gas, hit the brake. You want to squeeze the brake and squeeze the gas, because if you hit it, the car will just jump, the tires will squat, and the front end will raise up. Hey, if this is bringing you value, give it a thumbs up. Keep putting your questions in. Next, unlock your potential with Myles' tips. All of us have potential. You need a coach, you need someone who's confident, and that brings me back to our Stan store. We partner with Stan, and Stan allows us to make digital products for driver's education, for adult drivers, how to find a used car, how to pass your knowledge test, how to pass your road test. We have 2 digital products. Thank you for the thumbs up. We need 5. So I will take the responsibility. I owe all of you an apology. I only made 2 digital products. Give me 24 hours from tomorrow morning, and then I will have 3 more digital products that will help you feel comfortable. Also, you can sign up for a coaching call with me. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults, I teach teens. I can give you best practice. I can tell you what you need to do to prepare to get your license. Next, drive fearlessly with Myles. Tips for beginners. Have a good coach. Your coach should not be screaming at you, yelling. Your coach should be taking their time, helping you learn how to drive, being supportive. You don't know what to do when there's heavy traffic. When making a turn, all cars are different. That is correct. Some cars you got to hit the gas really hard, the car will move slow. Some cars, if you hit the gas too hard, you'll jerk. So you want to use light, steady pedal pressure. What I normally do, I drive and get the students in the parking lot first, making figure 8s around light poles, going to neighborhoods, making turns to the right, making turns to the left, just getting you comfortable with the controls of the car. If your instructor is just throwing you out there, you're going to be set up for fear, and your instructor will let you down. Thank you for the thumbs up. Let's continue. Overcoming driving fears with Myles. Don't drive when you're hungry or tired or excessively emotional. You can tell this snowing. You can look at the flurries in the back. It took me straight on the road my first time. I did better than I expected. That's pretty good. What I like to do is first have you fill out a form. What are your experiences? Where have you been? How old are you? Have you seen any of my videos first? Then I'm going to get you in the car. I'm going to adjust the seat for you. I'm going to have you touch the gas, touch the brake with the right foot only. We don't drive with 2 feet. Your left foot goes to the dab pedal. Hey, if this is bringing you value, give it a thumbs up. Yes. They should show you all the car controls. They should show you where the blinker is. Up is right, down is left. They should show you where the wipers are, where the horn is. They should show you the emergency hazard lights, the whole dashboard. You have to know, where's your speedometer? Where's your tachometer? Where's your gas gauge? Where's your temperature gauge? We need to know about all gauges inside the car. You have to know. Next, learn to drive safely with Myles' advice. I would say, number 1, do this for you. If you're not going to do it for you, then why are you doing this? If I'm talking to young ladies out here, you got to be independent. You want to be able to take yourself places. I would say that instructor he didn't show me everything as a car as I would like to. Well, that's why you need to be reaching out to me. $65 to 45-minute lesson. I would round it up to an hour. My price is about $125 an hour, but I'm going to pick you up, have you drive home. I'll show you everything in the car. Everyone is different. $65, 45 minutes, I would at least got that up to an hour, right? Next, we want to have great speed control. We want to be aware of our surroundings. And it's nice that you can talk to me. I say $65 for 45 minutes, make that an hour, okay? Because it's going to take you 4 or 5 minutes to get comfortable in the car. That's 40 minutes. So take your time, get comfortable. Learning about the car, I'm going to have you walk around the car, adjust the seat, have you frame the mirror. Did they show you how to have your mirror adjusted properly? have your driver's side, passenger side, have your mirrors important. And it's nice that we can talk. May I ask what state? You don't have to tell me the name of the company, but what state are you in? Okay? Because it takes time. Like I'm going to show you something. You see all these people walking in? New York? Okay. New York is a very expensive place, and I've seen a lot of road tests in New York. You get what you pay for. I am not mad. I would have liked to have seen an hour, okay? Because by the time you get in the car, get everything, sign all the paperwork, unless you've done it online, and then they come out, they have you sign the waiver, and then you're good to go. But that's nice that you can talk to me. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a price. So what I'm going to do is start a sheet and have columns. So New York is about $65. I'm about $125 for an hour, and I will come and pick you up and then have you drive back home. We'll go through neighborhoods, working on right turns, 12 right turns, 12 left turns. We'll teach you how to back in the driveway, how to pull out. Once you feel comfortable, then we're going to go up to a community college or a high school. I'm going to have you drive up and down the aisles to get really comfortable with the vehicle. Then I'm going to take you in neighborhoods and we'll do some stall parking, angle parking. Then from there, after you do the stall and angle parking, I'm going to have you prepare for the next challenge on the road. And the next challenge on the road is you learning how to merge out into traffic, always turning in the nearest lane, and then making right turns in traffic, yielding, checking traffic left and right. This is kind of a typical thing I would do. Everyone's a little bit different. I have a checklist of things. I'll show you my checklist. Here's my checklist here. We'll go through all the processes so you feel comfortable. I want to say thank you. I've got to take this food home to the client. And let me read this. I was thinking about talking like about 2 more learners having an actual test. What I want you to do is set up a coaching appointment with me. Go online to my stand store. My schedule is wide open this week. And if the time doesn't work, I can send you an email. I think that'd be very helpful to you. And then I can give you some tips and pointers to best practice. Also, I have some digital downloads. I believe it works. So I might have to test it myself to see if it actually works, because we have about 200 views, but only 25 people have bought information. I'm in upstate New York for now. That's cool. Cool. We have a subscriber every time I come on. They're from New York also. So New York is a beautiful area. Okay. So I want to say thank you. I'm going to go ahead and get off. I've been working 10 hours today, and I will go live probably tomorrow evening or maybe tomorrow morning. We'll look at the schedule, and then I'll post the birthday party pictures on my community page so you can see that. I want to say thank you. All of you have a good evening. Bye.